This is going to be a collective reading for the first quarter moon in Scorpio, which is happening August 12th, 2024. And first quarter moons are the midway point from the new moon to the full moon. So we are at the midway point between the Leo new moon and the Aquarius full moon that is coming up soon. And first quarter moons are also a time where we may face some challenges or just some reflections from the things that we were dealing with on the new moon, the intentions we were setting during the new moon. They may be coming up again during this first quarter moon, and we may be reevaluating some things. We may be using our discernment on our decisions, practicing grounding, facing a little bit of resistance, needing to make a little bit of adjustment as the energy is building to the full moon, which will bring up some more clarity, more breakthroughs, etc., all the kind of things that come up with the full moon. So we're just going to get in and look at what is coming up with this Scorpio first quarter moon. So initially, I'm already feeling like mindsets are a big deal with this moon cycle, from the Leo new moon to the Aquarius full moon and in between. I'm feeling like we are experiencing mindset shifts, and it's kind of hard right now because thinking about Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, they're all on the fixed axis, like fixed signs. So they have a little bit of a harder time changing. And not, Scorpio is a transformation sign, but sometimes these signs can get a little stuck on the things that they believe, the things that they value. And so I'm thinking that mindset shifts are going to be a big thing for this moon cycle that's going to have a little bit more resistance than normal, especially as we are going through Mercury retrograde. So what else can we say about what is going to come up with this Scorpio first quarter moon? All right, yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed to start with. So I'm feeling like this kind of comes back to our security, our sense of self-worth, our sense of safety, and we have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So definitely shifting our foundations. So if you've been feeling confused about yourself, feeling maybe a bit discouraged from like money, and not feeling like you have enough time, and in general just feeling like you're struggling to maintain things on your own, struggling to be independent, struggling to kind of take care of things, I do feel like some stuff is really going to get stirred up during this first quarter moon, stuff that is going to shift your relationships. And we have the World reversed here, and I believe this was in the Leo new moon reading as well, where we are struggling to release a cycle. There is something that we have been struggling to close out, some ties that we have not fully tied off. Strength reversed down here, because it's really hard on our feelings. It's really hard emotionally. And what do we have here? Yeah, the Six of Cups reversed. There's a lot of nostalgia to this. So I'm thinking people you've known for a long time, or just anything you've been emotionally invested in a long time, possibly since childhood, or just in general for years and years, that you have an emotional connection with, that you feel strongly about. That could be why we are feeling this lack of independence, this lack of security, because these relationships, or even these like creative endeavors, these jobs are kind of falling apart. They are not supporting us the way they used to. We are not feeling as confident as we were in the past about these situations and these people. And this Tower is coming in, and it's saying you want change. So why are you not changing? You want things to change. We want this world to be upright so we can close out the cycle, so we can use all of the lessons that we've learned, all of the information we have gathered over time to make new decisions to move forward, so we can get a little bit more strategic with our pentacles, with our time, with our money, with our energy, and so that we don't feel like we have to rely on things that maybe aren't reliable anymore. And this is a Venus in Virgo card, which Venus is currently in Virgo, I believe. Yes. So this really could be stirred up in these areas, in relationships, since like this is the transit. And like I said, like mindset shifts. I think we're going to be kind of having like a mental breakthrough in these situations. What is that? Seven of Cups reversed. This indecision, this confusion, It's been a very confusing time, I feel like. Even these last few months, I feel like the Seven of Cups has come out a lot. There's been a lot of things changing society-wise. It may not seem like it, but I mean, I feel like people are waking up to certain things that they don't feel like they align with. Maybe we feel like we've been forced to align with. And so it's creating this confusion, this distance between like reality and what we want. And it's very hard to move forward when you feel like you can't change anything. And yeah, the world reversed down there, just really highlighting like we really need to close out these cycles and bring back focus on our circle of control. I know that has been a big theme, as well as looking at what we can control. So you see this tower here. There's not a lot of control here. You know, there are people flying out the windows. The tower's struck by lightning. It's on fire. There's not a lot you can do except, you know, control yourself. Control, are you jumping out the window or are you staying in this burning tower, you know? And obviously, they're both kind of rough prospects, but it really highlights, you know, we can't control the weather. We can't control society as a whole. We can take steps to influence different things, but all of it comes back to you. You need to start with yourself. Start with what you can control, which is only like a small percentage of life. Like, we don't have a lot of control over a lot of things. And so refocusing on that will help you narrow down some of these decisions that are needing made. But generally speaking, really trying to take stock of what is important to you to move forward. What else is coming up with this Scorpio first quarter moon? What are you passionate about? What do you care about? What do you value? What is important to you? How true are you really being to yourself? What else is coming up with the Scorpio first quarter moon? The King of Pentacles. All right, and what do we have down here? The Ace of Swords. This was at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling, which was part of why I said mindsets are probably a big thing, especially around money and care and around resources. I'm not going to deny the reality of life right now. If if you live in the United States like I do, you probably have realized that things are a bit of a dumpster fire. And depending on the set of beliefs you like subscribe to, like law of attraction and stuff, it may be really hard trying to deny collective things and personal things. And that's where I think we come back to the center of control. You know, King of Pentacles, he is the king of his area. He manages his resources, and, you know, knows where to expend energy and where not to. And with this Ace of Swords down here, I think this is definitely about like where to extend your mental energy as well. Where are you overthinking things? Yeah, the Hermit here. Do you need a break? Do you need to pull back? Are there circles that you're in that are bringing you down? Yep, here we go. Anxiety, paranoia, nightmares. So again, not to discredit what life is doing, but at the same time, it is not helpful for us to ruminate too hard. We need to find some kind of balance there, you know, acknowledging the struggles, acknowledging, you know, the struggle of life right now, but also acknowledging the good things. There are still good things, even if it is hard to see them, and trying to get out of that mental loop, that mental anxiety loop, overthinking, ruminating, or being in circles of people that complain a lot. Now, complaining has its place, but there's a difference between like venting every once in a while and chronic complaining. And chronic complaining leads you here. It leads you into this very negative mindset, this very woe is me mindset, this very paranoid, anxious, like can't sleep at night. And so we want to try to move towards this confident area where we know that we will be able to manage the different things thrown our way. Even if it is hard to do, even if this tower is going to crumble, we're going to find the resources and find the energy and find the way that we can help rebuild this tower or build a new tower in general. Like building a new, that's what I think this ace really comes back to, is there is something new that you have building in your mind, a new idea, something that may not seem very acceptable to some people. It may be kind of out there to other people, but this is a time to trust yourself. And I think listening to those other opinions is just going to keep you stuck in this Seven of Cups confusion loop. So we really want to try to get out of that. Any advice to give for this first quarter moon in Scorpio? And you think about Scorpio, some people say it's like a darker sign. At least Scorpio isn't scared of their dark side kind of thing. So this is kind of a push to address these shadows, address these areas that may not be the most fun to look at. Any advice? All right, yeah, the Three of Wands. So we are starting this journey. We are starting to make long-term plans. We have the moon reverse down here. There are things that you just can't know right now. There's stuff that is not yet revealed, clarity that will eventually come to surface, but right now it's just out of reach. So we need to kind of just start taking steps in the dark, which I know is really hard to want to do. But it is going to help us in the long term. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed down here, and being strategic with your time, money, energy. Really managing your resources the best you can, but taking this initiative, this energy that is building, that anxious energy can be transmuted into this kind of energy, this starting a new cycle, starting a new journey, building upon something that maybe you've put down. Will be something to think about, but especially this is an Aries, Sun and Aries card. Identity is going to be a big theme for this moon cycle, I believe, especially since we do have the North Node in Aries. But Leo and Aquarius both being kind of signs that are about individuality, and Aries being kind of tied to identity in astrology. I think we are going to be pulled back into refocusing on the things that are important to us, like I said before, and kind of finding our way. We may be going through a bit of an identity crisis as things are shifting around us, and that is okay. It is good to acknowledge that is what's happening, so you can give yourself some compassion. Like, okay, I'm in a stage of life right now where I don't know what the hell's going on, and I'm still going to take these steps forward. Even though I can't see the path ahead clearly right now, I'm going to take these steps forward and trust that these things are going to come to me as I go, and that you will figure these things out as you are on the journey. So I want to just get an affirmation to end this reading. An affirmation for the collective, maybe two. Let's see what comes out. What's that? Today I let you go. Let go of those old beliefs. Let go of those people, situations, places that are not serving you, that are not supporting you. The things that, contributed to this tower falling. And I always like to say, whenever I mention like letting go and whatnot, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to cut everyone off. It just means you need to figure out the kind of distance you need to be able to, be in a balanced relationship. Now, if it's a job, it's kind of hard to, not cut your job off, but all right. God created me to fulfill a unique purpose. I have a special gift to offer the world. All right. Yeah, and I think that goes with what I was saying about the identity thing. We all have our unique path. We have our unique journey. We are going to have our unique challenges. Now, there's going to be, obviously, people that relate, and that's fine, but you have your own path. Just because someone may have went through something similar or is going through something similar to you and they're handling it a certain way does not mean you need to handle it the same way. You are on your own path. You are on your own journey. You will figure out how to best manage your time, your money, your energy, your self. And it's just going to take some trial and error. And there will be ups and downs. But if you keep being true to yourself, keep following your path, and keep trying to pave your own way, things will make more sense as you continue on. So I think that is all I have for you today. Oh, what is this? I don't empower my fears, I overcome them. I feel like that is relevant to this. There's definitely going to be a lot of fears stirred up here. I mean, that Nine of Swords reversed here, that is the epitome of fears and anxiety. So don't empower them. Don't give them more credit than they need. You know, you can acknowledge them. You can get to the root of where they are coming from, but do not let yourself stew in them. And again, have compassion. That is a journey. So I believe that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I'm Marie, a dreaming witch. I do collective tarot readings around the full moon, the new moon, the first quarter, and the last quarter moon every week. I also have a creative business. I create stickers, handcrafted notebooks. I have witchcraft wellness products. All of my spell oils are currently on sale and will be on sale until I sell out of this stock, because I kind of want to do them a little differently next time. But they work totally fine. I just want to like change the labeling. But yeah, so you can find all of that on my website, including my tarot services. I will see you guys in a week for the Aquarius full moon. I hope you have a nice moon day. See you then.